I was so excited to have my first Niknaxnet live sale last night. Let me tell you all about it. I sold a baseball hat. It's in here. Let's see if I can find it right away. If not, some of them are all stacked up here. That's the one. I got this at the Goodwill bins. I was down visiting Carol from My Blessed Nest, and we went there after lunch, and I found this. I paid roughly 36 cents for it because it goes by weight, and I sold it on eBay for $12.99 plus shipping. For my Niknax show, I had loaded up a bunch of auction items and some buy it now items. In this little drawer here, I sold one of these items before my live sale. It was this little vase right here, made by Small House Pottery. I brought the little vase over here. This is my table that I'm doing my live sales from. And I have my other solds from my live sale out, and I will show you those in a second. So I paid $1.54 for this Small House Pottery little vase. I love that it has that Southwest style to it, and I sold it for $8 plus shipping. Once I scheduled my Niknax show, I went in and loaded up all of my items so that people can see what's available, see if that's something they're interested in. They can do pre-bidding. I had 2 items that got pre-bids on them. I'm not sure if the one was pre-bidded on this one right here before my show or during my show. You can do that too. Let's say I am showing like, a trinket box, and you see an item you want, you can do a pre-bid on that. And if nobody bids against you, then you will win that item. Now, sometimes when there's pre-bids, it kind of gives that sense of urgency. And then sometimes people, bid against you. You may or may not win that item. So let's get into what I sold on my live show. Let's talk about the little owl. This is a single shaker, Talavera, made in Mexico, little owl. I just love the bright colors on it. That's why I picked it up. I got this when I was down thrifting with Amanda from Pieces of the Past. I was down in Missouri. I just love doing all of these reseller meetups that I've been doing, find fun items, but I also get to meet other resellers and get to know them and travel a little bit too. So I paid $2.54 for the single shaker, and it had a pre-bid on it, but then it also got bid up, and I sold it for $9 plus shipping. Niknaxnet is a marketplace on District that's owned by Jocelyn, the crazy lamp lady. And she was doing a show earlier in the day, one of her Shop the Shelves shows. And she talks about everything that she has for sales coming up. Like she has a pottery show. She does, all of her vintage glass, all of that. But then she also sells items on the Shop the Shelves. She just picks random items and she posts them up and sells them that way. So she was doing that. And when she was done with her show, you can do what's called a raid into another show. You can drop all of your viewers into another show. And she was looking at who was running shows, and I was running mine. And of course, it was my first Niknaxnet live sale. So she dropped her viewers into my show. I was so excited. I was like overwhelmed by that. So I want to put a big thank you out to Jocelyn, the crazy lamp lady. Make sure to come over to Niknax and join the marketplace there and watch all of the other people who do live sales there. There is a huge number of items that are in the buy it now area. It's a really neat marketplace. So she dropped a whole bunch of people into my show. Of course, that makes you nervous, but one of the things that I think they do as a courtesy there is that you pick one of your items and you start it at $1, because all of a sudden I went from having, say, 20 or 30 people in my show to having like 160 some people in my show. I'm not even sure. The numbers went up so fast. I'm not sure where it landed, but you're supposed to change the dollar amount. But I'm on Android. The Android part of the app is still in development, so they're adding features. So I guess as they go along, I'll have the feature to be able to edit on the fly. Right now, I can only do the live sales. So a person in my chat was like, just run it anyway. So I did. I ran this and it sold to one of the viewers in there. I got this on my trip back from Atlantic City. We had taken a vacation to Atlantic City, New Jersey. And on the way back, we stopped in Swarthmore, Pennsylvania. I went to a Goodwill while my husband went and met up with some of his high school buddies for lunch. I paid $1.99 for this mug, and I sold it for $8 plus shipping on my live sale. Another item I ran that got sold was this Fenton Hobnail Master Cellar, Salt Cellar. It's a salt cellar. It's not in the best of conditions. It has like chips, like you can barely see them. You can feel them when you rub your finger. There's like a chip. Yeah, there it is. It's on this side. So I got this in a giant bin of blue glass. If you guys have been following along, I did a whole video of just unboxing that on my channel, and then as I go along and sell the items, I just keep a running tally. So I paid $50 for a giant box of blue glass items, and they're all vintage. And with this one, I sold it for $3, so that brings my total up on the blue glass bin to $86.39. So each of the 36 pieces that was in there is $1.39. So I paid $1.39 and I sold it for $3 plus shipping. The last item that I sold on my live sale is this Indiana glass. Look at Carnival. Look at the colors on that. I'm going to put it back down here where it was. Ruffled dish. I paid $7.99 for this. I paid up for it because I didn't want it to go to the landfill. I've been doing that recently. Like, I'm like, okay, I wish, it was, on sale or something like that when I go to the thrift stores, but it wasn't, and it was too beautiful to leave behind. I never find Carnival glass this pretty, and it went right in the cart. This item also got a pre-bid on it in the middle of my show, so I ran it, and then it got multiple bids, and I ended up selling it for $18. So I paid $7.99 for it, and I sold it for $18 plus shipping. Earlier in my show, I had these measuring spoons with the little chickens up for auction, and somebody bid on them, and she realized that she did that by mistake, and so she put that in the chat like, oops, I accidentally bid on them. I said, no problem. So today I just refunded her the money. That happens sometimes. You got to go with the flow. I am a part-time reseller. You guys have heard that many times on my channel here. Unless you're way new to my channel, but I'm a part-time reseller. I've been doing it for a long time. I got into vintage not that long ago. I'm an everything seller, so when you watch my, shop with me's or thrift with me videos, you'll see me picking up all kinds of items because I like to fill up my Poshmark closet, and I sell everything on eBay. And now I'm on, Niknaxnet. I'm also on Etsy, and I also do Whatnot. So I am all over the place in terms of selling. So I'm a part-time reseller, and the fact that I have 5 items to ship out, I am beyond excited. I never have that many items to ship out from one day of sales. So I am super excited. I have already scheduled my next Niknax.net show. And as you're watching this video, it is Thursday, October 10th. And I'm going to be having my next show tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Central Time. You can go in and see when my shows are. You can see where all the live shows are. Just, you can Google Niknax.net, or you can go to the District app and download that app for iPhone. If you have an Android, you have to go through your phone's browser to get to Niknax. And then you'll be able to see all the live shows. You'll be able to get to the Buy It Now. So I'm going to be rolling my show from yesterday into a new show, and then I'm going to add a whole bunch of new items to it. During my live show, somebody asked me about this little vase that was sitting on the table, and I thought I had it in my Buy It Now area, and I didn't. So I added it today, but I'm also adding it to my live show that's going to be tonight. I am still trying to hit my listing goal of 600 items in eBay, but I keep having sales. That's a good problem to have. I got up to 582 items, but now I'm back down to 575. I am just going to have to keep pace with listing more items. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. To subscribe is free. Pop a comment down below. I love reading your comments, and I will catch you guys later. Maybe at my live show on Niknax.net. I would love to see you in the chat.